Aaron Todrin here, Second Wind Consultants. I'm here with Greg Carpenter. Greg, how are you?
Hey, Aaron. Doing great.
We're at the M&A Source 2018 conference. So, Greg, you and I were having a conversation earlier today about distressed companies. Do you see these companies a lot? Companies that are over leveraged and you can't really do anything with?
We do see them. Used to be that's all we saw in the 2009 to 2012 timeframe. But gradually people started working their way out of the hole. But many times we didn't really see a lot of profitable companies or companies that weren't underwater with more debt than their value.
Right. So when you come across these type of situations, are you able to find a workaround, or do you have to walk away? What do you do?
Often they get liquidated, and I just have to walk away. There's not a whole lot I can do except try to help the owner by getting him somebody who'll get the most value out of his assets that he can get.
Right.
Other times I might call in a turnaround consultant if it looks like there's a way to save it, but sometimes they just don't have the time to go that route.
Right. And when companies are in financial distress and they're in this over-leveraged position, do you ever see value to be preserved in that, or is it just a doomed company from the get-go?
Well, I would say a combination of things. Nothing's really black and white.
Yeah.
But often the underlying company is good. It's just due to some bad decisions in the past, accumulated way too much debt, and it just can't afford it. And it's trying to work its way out, but it's not happening.
So safe to say, if we could find a way to strip off that debt, there would be value in those companies that you could turn around and preserve in an asset sale, a merger and acquisition.
Absolutely. That would be a wonderful thing for those companies, and it would be a great help to everybody involved.
So how long have you been in this M&A space?
33 years.
Oh, wow. So you survived the downturn of 2008.
I've been through a couple of recessions.
Right. So the economy has been growing for quite some time now. I think we're on an unprecedented stretch of growth.
That's what I keep reading. 1967 was the last one that was this long.
So are you prepared for another downturn?
Well, I better get prepared.
So we talked about a little bit of what Second Wind does and how we do these controlled short sales that separate the debt from the business while preserving the business operation. When companies actually have value and there's something to preserve, is that something that you think you can utilize when you come across these companies?
Absolutely. In fact, I have one such company right now that I'm definitely going to connect you guys with and see if we can help them out. And I was really surprised when you explained the whole process to me that there's actually something in it for everybody, including the second level of lien holders that actually don't get paid on their liens, but because they're going to preserve the ongoing business, and it'll be a new entity, probably with new management.
Certainly.
They can keep the customer.
I totally agree. And the way this country views debt is just short-sighted. When a company is unable to maintain its debt service, creditors really only have one choice, which is to liquidate the business, liquidate the assets, and usually that nets them pennies on the dollar. Oftentimes the process is more expensive than what they collect at the end of the day.
That really does the opposite of what an entrepreneur is supposed to do, which is create value.
Absolutely.
That destroys value.
Certainly. There's too much value destruction in this country. Well, Greg, I appreciate your time. Hopefully we can work together in the future and preserve that value, those jobs, and all those companies.
Very soon.
All right.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Greg.